welcome to the Meant for More with Kristina Gazi, the only podcast that you need to make your life a masterpiece. And I'm your host, business mentor, speaker, and community founder, Kristina Gazi. And today's topic is how to access, prioritize, and test your business ideas fast and how to price them. Before we dive in, I would love to share with you an observation. This summer, I truly done a world tour. I went from Singapore to Italy, I love that country, from Italy, where I was catching up with my client who became friend and she was showing me around. I went to Prague to meet my old-time friends, and then we went to Portugal with my beautiful family. And from Portugal, we did an amazing trip in Costa Rica, and off I went to meet my family. You've got the vibe, right? It was a lot of amazing events, and we've been commuting for hours and hours and hours. And as I get car sick easily, I've been listening a lot of podcasts. And what I realized is the podcasts that I loved the most were those where I felt like I'm sitting in the room with the podcast host, like we're friends, and I'm listening to the conversation. And my goal for all the upcoming podcasts is to create the same feeling for you, that we're really close and I'm sharing what I've learned and we are friends and it's super casual. So here is my cup of tea and I invite you to grab yours. Grab your tea or coffee, what is a drink of your choice. If you're on the walk, yay, well done. Put those steps in and let's cover the topic. Which is really important for all the experts, coaches, for those who are in corporates. Maybe you are in corporate and you are not ready to leave as yet, which was my case, but you want to create an extra income stream. Monetizing your knowledge can be one of them. So I've done a workshop about monetizing your knowledge for one of the private clubs in Singapore, Mandala Club. And I've been asked a lot of questions, which I thought were really smart, as smart as the audience of the club. So in today's episode, I put together 2 questions, which I think a lot of you could benefit from, and I'm going to answer them in the record. So the first question is how to assess, prioritize, and test your business ideas fast, even when you have too many. There is 3-part answer to that. And first of all, my multi-passionate ladies and gentlemen, I hear you. I'm super multi-passionate. I always have millions of ideas coming to me, and oftentimes I feel torn which one to go for. It's so important to stay focused. When we choose one idea, yes, we say no to others for now. I want you to hear me. It can be really hard to choose one idea to act upon, because when you choose one, you're saying no to others. How you could approach it, what helped me, what helped a lot of my clients. Step number 1, write down all the business ideas. Find a place where you can easily access them. It can be Google Drive, it can be notes on your phone. All the ideas that you have right now, write them down, look at them. What are the ideas? 3, that you are ready to go ahead with in the next 3, 6, 9 months. Choose the top 3. For the rest 7, or how many you have left, put a year or put a month when you would go back to them. I found that helps me to close that loop in my head that, oh, I have this idea, but I'm not acting upon it. I need to act on it. So for example, for a long time, I wanted to do a retreat. It's something I've been playing around, coming back. Using this technique, I came honest with myself. I want to do it, but I cannot do it right now. So I wrote down the year I'm going to do that. And calmly, when I had time, I planned for it. I came back to that idea. Later last year, in the end of the year, I hosted my first retreat. Later, I hosted my second retreat. So I abandoned that idea completely for a while, but not forever. Giving a timeline really helps me. A lot of ideas I am acting upon, been there for some time, but it will not work with all the ideas, right? So now you have 3 ideas which are your business plan for the next 3 months. I want to highlight that while some ideas can wait, others would really rely on you taking action fast. And we're going to go back to that a little bit later. But you have these 3 ideas and you're like, okay, what should I do first? So this is something I learned years ago from a business mentor. I took my first course from Marie Forleo. Is have this, at the time it was a Google Drive. You would score your business ideas based on different factors. If you're choosing between various ideas to monetize your knowledge, the first thing, and here you probably would want to take note. So you have different, let's say we narrowed down 3, you have 3 different ideas what to monetize. First, I would evaluate each of those ideas from 0 to 10 or 0 to 5 based off problem specificity. People don't pay you based on what you know, sad, right? They pay you based on the problems that your knowledge can resolve. So vague expertise doesn't sell. Resolving the problem does. How clearly can you articulate specific problem that your knowledge can resolve? Number 1. Number 2, proof track record. You have an idea for a business that is information business. Do you have any results? Even informal ones. Maybe you resolve this problem for yourself or maybe some client. It's easier to to monetize your knowledge if you have evidence that that works. Number 3, so many people skip it or misinterpret that. Existing willingness to pay. Do your homework. You have this idea to monetize your knowledge. What about the competition? Are there people who are already paying someone to resolve this problem? If yes, that simply validates your idea. So it's a validation, not the competition. There are multiple ways to get to the same results, monetize your knowledge. With this tool, I want you to get there easier. And think about, okay, speed of results. Evaluate your 3 monetization business ideas based on the speed of the result. Can you get someone from stuck to faster results, better, faster, that they can do that on their own or using free resources? Because often people pay for speed rather than for information. Information we can find online these days. Hello, AI. So something important. Again, one more point is teachability. You know this, it solves problem. Can you break your knowledge into steps that someone can follow? That is how we create frameworks. For example, I've been creating content for Instagram, and I've seen, oh wow, I managed to move a viewer to a buyer through my Instagram. And there is a certain pattern I repeat. So this way I created a glow framework which explains step by step with AI prompts, with examples, with illustrations, how others can get this same result as myself using that framework. So this is super teachable. I know, and this is a funny one, I know I can manifest certain things in my life. I don't understand how it works. I cannot teach it yet. I cannot teach it yet. So there is a difference, right? So I can sell my glow framework to turn viewers into clients. I cannot sell yet my manifestation techniques, even though they work for me. Reachable audience. In the frameworks that I work, and they're super easy to implement, we always create offers for audience we want to work with. Call it ideal clients. So do you actually know who needs this offer that you want to create, and where this audience spends their time at? Or is that audience really theoretical? I often hear, oh, it's so good, it's for everybody. That's a trap. Your offers tend to sell best when you have exact customer avatar in your mind. So that is one-on-one. And of course, delivery format. When you think about, okay, this business idea monetization or this knowledge monetized, does this knowledge naturally become a course, a template done for you that would work for your audience? That's important. And finally, you as a bottleneck. Well, I started creating courses and digital products years ago when I realized even I love coaching and consulting. I love sitting across my clients, mentees, brainstorming with them, testing with them. I reached the limit where I didn't reach my income goal. I potentially couldn't really charge my clients much more yet. My income goal wasn't reached. That's where I created my first idea to profit program. So when you think of your business idea, how scalable it is, how many people can you add, or how many more people can you add to the program till you are at your capacity? So this is something also important to take note of. So basically you have these things to consider based on your business ideas for monetization. You can score each. And if you didn't write it down, no worries, we're going to drop in the comments the tool you can use to evaluate each idea that you have and to see how ready you are. And speed of implementation matters. You have an idea, you know you're ready to give it a try. Time to act now. The reason I'm saying that, with the current climate, where things are happening and changing so fast. Something which made sense 6 months ago as a business might be absolutely irrelevant right now. So act upon it. In the beginning of my career as a digital course creator, a knowledge entrepreneur, I've seen so many women creating the course and spending like months, not just creating the course, but like doing a nice recording, doing nice graphics, doing everything amazing, polished, and not being able to sell it. That's the most expensive mistake I've seen people making. So when someone works with me, I tell my mentees, first sell, then create. And that makes so much sense. I cannot even start. Yes, I only encourage you to apply this model within your expertise. You know, for example, you're a nutritionist and you know that you know your stuff. You know, when you're in front of the client, you have a client, you've got all of this information. Sometimes we think that it's a great idea, but it does not show market traction. So you have an idea, and if your husband or your friend says, yeah, it's great, I would buy that, it's not the confirmation that it would work in real life. The only confirmation that it would work in real life is paying clients. I hope that makes sense. And simplify tech, simplify what you have ready, go ahead and market it, promote it, try to get traction with the first clients and mentees. It works. In fact, one of the ladies who recently joined Idea to Profit, she got certified. She knew the core of what she wants to teach, how she wants to teach it, what is the transformation she wants. She used my method and she sold out her first cohort without creating a course. And of course, we do it ethically. We are transparent that this is the first time ever we are doing this program, and that can reflect in the price. You can have a launch price. Instead of $1,000, it can be $500 for the first cohort. It can result in a level of support you do. For the first programs that I've done, everybody were getting 3 one-on-one sessions to help them grow within the group programs. So think how you can do that ethically within your business. I believe early adopters should get perks. And as you run through that course, you have an amazing ability to improve it for the next cohort without having to re-record all the materials. And basically, here we are. Test as fast as you can. The only real feedback of the market are sales. So only with sales would you know, is it working or is it not working? Try to launch the first cohort, the first product as soon as possible. If you need help, I'm a business mentor. You know where to find me. We have a group of ladies building together, selling their digital products. Reach out. All the information is here. And if you want to test between 2, 3, are you ready to move from idea to profit? Check the link below, our free assessment tool. Question number 2, and I'm just going to briefly cover some points because usually it's a whole masterclass. Pricing, how to price your digital products. First of all, when we're thinking about pricing digital products, 2, 3 points to consider. 1, we need to price based on the transformation that your product delivers, not the time it takes you to create it. I see that happening all the time we try to approach with this trading time for money. That's the beauty of digital products. It's not about the time, it's about the transformation that you provide. It's about scalability, not how many hours you work. Again, one of the low ticket offers that I've created, it's a framework, it works, feedback is amazing. I've created it once and we've been launching and relaunching it so many times, I've lost count. And every time the feedback is amazing. How cool is that? So, number 2, I teach my mentees to create ecosystems. And I will explain why. You're not just creating one product and you hope to become a millionaire with that. You create an ecosystem of offers in order to reach your income goal. And for that, you need to have high ticket offers. And I've seen over the years that oftentimes women don't allow themselves to include high ticket products because they think, ooh, I've never bought anything at that price. Who would buy that? And don't price based on your money insecurities. Price based on your client's transformation value change that you create. In fact, I was working with one amazing lady. She had a solid product, but the idea of high ticket product was so scary to her. And we've been working to overcome this limitation, I would say. And she did create this high ticket. And in the first several days, like within a week that she'd been promoting it, to almost her disbelief, she sold that at that price, which she thought, oh my God, nobody would ever buy that. So think about which role this product would be playing in my ecosystem. The reason I say ecosystem, I work mainly with small and medium enterprise, and let's be honest, it's really hard to generate millions of views or millions of visitors to our websites or sales pages. So we need to understand, in order to sell low ticket offer, $27, $49.9, even $99, you need to generate very high number of traffic to your page. Unless you are an organic content queen, you will more likely be paying for this traffic. And traffic is expensive. Depending on the region, on the industry, we can pay even $27, actually exactly the price of the product for a lead or a sale. And that given that you've got it right. So what I've seen works for majority of my mentees is to have a high ticket offer or at least a mid-price offer, which would be from 99 to 150 depending on the region and industry, up to 1,500, 1,900, again depends on the industry, or 2,500 plus. So you are able to reach your income goals with those offers, the ecosystem. Not going into too many details. If you are a content creator, expert coach with a modest following, you can reach your income goals by creating offers which are on a high end, more expensive ones. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them into the comment to this video, or feel free to drop them into one of our accounts, Instagram, if you liked it. This episode, follow me for more. So it's super possible to create these days to monetize your knowledge, create products like courses, challenges, communities, and monetize those. You need to be really strategic choosing what you go ahead. You need to be ready to test various, sometimes even various prices, approaches, ways to generate the traffic and sell. And I'm going to leave you with a quote that I heard at one of the podcasts that I really liked, and I thought I'd share that with you. She who creates the most content in the most creative ways wins. Pretty cool, right? So happy content creating, happy offer selling. And if you need help, I'm here to help. See you.